Hello, what is up guys? So today I'm going to build the new frame from Z-Drone. It's called the Fanatix F5 and as you can see, it's just a packaging. It just looks so shining and everything, and I really like this packaging. Yeah, I'll leave a link down below for this frame if you want to check it out in the official website. And for now, let's go over all of the parts I'm going to use for this build. And for this build, I'm going to use the Brother Hobby 2306 motors. It's a 2450 100 kV, and I know these motors perform very well. I have them for a very long time and I really like them. For VTX, I'm going to use the Tramp HV, and pretty nice VTX, seems to be working very nice. For the antenna, I'm going to use the Lollipop by Foxeer, really nice and small antenna. And yeah, for camera, I'm going to use the Predator Mini from Foxeer. I'll leave a link down below for all of the parts if you want to check any of the parts, or yeah. For flight controller, I'm going to use the Betaflight F4, and there's nothing about to say that, but yeah, it's just a flight controller. I'm going to use these LEDs, and this is a smart LEDs. I can configure them by Betaflight. These will be the landing pads I'm going to use. I'm going to use this hovership case for the session. It's a really nice cover, and yeah. Also, I got this from Impulse RC. This is the session mount sponge thing, you know. You mount it on the top of the frame. I'm going to put here some I don't know if you can see that, but it's the soft mounting for the motors, of course. And for the last, it's going to be the ESCs, which are the weird 32-bit. It's BL Heli ESCs. And yeah, and one thing I forgot. This time I'm not going to show you what I'm going to do first in the build. I'm just going to assemble all of the parts of this frame and show you the frame, how it's going to look. Okay guys, as you can see, I just assembled all the frame. I'm not going to put all of the standoffs, which I have over here, and the Brango really nice hardware in green. Like, it's real, they're looking very nice. And also look at the construction of the frame. It says F5, and yeah, this is what it looks like. Looking very nice. Also the carbon cut at 45 degrees of the carbon. I don't know how to explain it, but they're cutting the carbon, right? And also the frame are very hard and solid, and I'm really doubt you can break this on whatever. It's unbreakable. I mean, it's breakable, but it will take a very hard hit to break one of these arms. And also I got this double sticky tape, which will be for the battery. It will be a battery pad which is going to sit over here, maybe down a little bit like that. I want to leave a space for the GoPro over here, and yeah, it pretty much looking very nice. Okay guys, so for now I'm going to open the ESCs over here, yes, and let's take out all of the ESCs. And for now, I'm going to thin the ESCs. I need for that a little bit solder. Oh, before I'm tinning everything or doing everything, I need to use a flex for the ESCs. Sorry, it's upside down. No, it should be like that. That's it, and it's all good, and I hope it will work just fine. And the last one, there is. So let's clean this up. Okay, so for now I just finished tinning them, and I'm going to solder the motor to the ESCs. But before that, I want to measure where I'm going to put every ESC. So it will be something like that, and the motor will sit over here. Maybe I'll take it over here. So if I take it over here, I need to cut the wires like that, and that's it. Great. Let's take a little bit more from this last one. There it is. Here we go. Okay, let's connect each motor to the ESCs. For that I need a pair of tweezers. Let's move this a little bit from this ESC because it's just too close. Yeah, they're so good pair of tweezers. I really like these. There's the first one ready. There we go. Okay, for now I have all of the motors wired up to these ESCs. They are looking very nice. What I'll have to do is putting wires on the ESCs. It's a 16 gauge wires which I'm going to use to wire this ESC directly to the flight controller. And yeah, so let me do that really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so there it is. There is the all 4 motors connected. I connected the wires. Let me heat shrink this really quick. Let me bring up the heat shrink. So there it is. Everything is shrinked up, and for now I'm going to mount these motors on this frame. for mounting the motors, I decided to go with a 8mm screws. I'm going to use for that Hobby King lock nuts. Also, I want you to let you know I'm using on every screw in this frame Hobby King lock nuts, which that. Okay, so let me put the first motor. If you have any question about any parts, things I'm using, you can ask and I will answer you on the comments down below. There's an Allen key. Great. And put the two other screws. There we go. And as you can see, focus in this area over here. The screws are perfectly fine inside there. They are not touching the windings or anything. So there is one motor went good. Yeah, sounds good also. And let me do the others off camera. And yes. Okay, so there it is. All of the 4 motors are mounted and it looks pretty good, I have to say. And yeah, so for now it's time for the flight controller. We're excited about this flight controller because the first time I'm using this Betaflight F4 flight controller with a PDB and all-in-one thing, you know. Yeah, so I never used a fancy flight controller like this. I mean, I all the time using the flight controller which just do the work like the DYS, and it just do the work and it works good for me. But this time, yeah, I really wanted to try something else, like this. Yes, oh wow, look at this flight controller, it looks... The pads are looking very, very nice. Okay, oh, and the USB port is in gold. I mean, it just looks so... Let me focus on this flight controller. 1 second. It's not focusing. There it is. So everything here just looks so shiny and bright, and wow, I have to say, it's looking so really high quality like that. I'm going to tin all of these pads which I'm going to use. It will be this one for the main power source, and this for the how you call it, for the ESC's power, and this is the positive and this is the negative pad for the main power source. For other pins like the power for the VTX and OSD and camera, but first I'm going to take my flex pen and kinda give a tab on every pad I'm going to use. clean the tip, start tinning, and let's start tinning the main power source. Look at this shiny pad. As long as I don't use telemetry, I won't even tin the telemetry pad. There we go. Okay, before we continue with the video, I just want to let you know I sort of cut the wires, the main power cables for the ESCs from the flight controller, and I just realized if I solder all of these wires to this flight controller right now, I cannot be using sorry, it's not like I cannot be using, I cannot solder the main power leads for the flight controller. So for now I'm going to do these two first, and also I measure the wire I'll need for this build. I'm going to solder it up. There is my soldering iron. Where is my tweezers? There it is. So first off, let's start with the positive wire. Let's clean the tip really quick. Let's take a little bit of solder just because it will be a really big giant joint of soldering. There we go. Let's make sure it, yes, it just flew very nice to this pad. Let's do the negative wire. There we go. So these all look very nice. So for now I want to think how I'm going to wire these up to these. Just ridiculous. I just don't know how to do that. Maybe I take the motor wires off, and the motors off, and then I screw it back, and yeah. So let me do that really quick. But let me do that, and I'll be right back with all of these wires soldered to the flight controller. Okay, there we go. There is all of the ESCs connected to the flight controller. I have here too much wire, but it's always good to have a little bit more than having nothing and starting to add wires, and it will be just pain in the ass, and no one like to add wires to nothing. And yeah, so far it looks pretty well. So I'm going to connect all of these ground wires and these yellow signal wires to the flight controller. I'm going to measure how much I need. Okay, there we go. This is how much I need for this one. Let's move this away. Let's spin these. This gyro in the soldering iron is just amazing. Let's take my tweezers, and I'm just keeping dropping things around here. So for the ground pad, which is going to be over here, sometimes I wonder why there we go. I'm pretty much done mounting all of the motors and the ESCs, and it's looking very nice, I have to say. Again, I want to check I have I don't have any shorts. And there is no beeping from the multimeter. This is just was a check. Yeah, but let me show you that really quick. From the multimeter, there is the ground connected, and there is the positive, and there is no any shorts, no beeping, which is great. Okay, for now I'm going to mount the FPV camera, which is going to be this Foxeer Predator. Let's take it out. There it is. I take this blue Foxeer Predator, and this is the best thing about it. Yeah, look at this shiny lens. Yeah, it's looking very nice. So the FPV camera is actually almost ready, and I need to put it like that. Actually, let me really quick check the diagram of this drone. They are including this kind of diagram for building it. It's just looking very nice. Like, so I put it on the wrong side. It should be as it looked like in the picture, just like so. So I'm going to flip the other one, and it's going to be like this. So the camera going to mount like that. just sitting in place. Great. Camera sitting right in the place. Yep. Anyway, so I mount the camera. I already pre-cutted the wires to the size of what I need. I'm not going to use this V-Sense from the camera just because I have a current sensor in this flight controller, which is great. So for now, let's thin these pads. So over here I have ground 5V for the camera, and here is the video in for the camera. Let's move this aside. I'm going to put one tab over here, one over here, and one over here for will be for the camera wires. A quick update about it. I really pissed off about how this thing goes on these ground pads. I don't know why the reason that it's going like that, but it's pretty sucks. Right now I'm going to mount the tramp. Really, you just don't know how much I'm pissed off for that. Really, just sucks. Great, so there is the tramp. Let's disconnect this shit. And I think I'm just going to mount it just like that. And then there is the top plate, which is going to be over here. There it is down here. It's going to be just like that, which means these wires are going to connect down. One is going to be connecting down there. So I need something like this. The other one is going to connect over here, just like this. And for the smart audio, it's going to be connecting to UART number 3, which is over there. And for the yellow wire, which is the video wire, it's going to connect over here. I'm not going to take anything from here, just because it's more than enough for that. Let's disconnect this connector. I'll do this off camera just because it's so difficult to reach down there for the positive wire. So I'll be right back with all of these updates about it. So I'll do that really quick. Alright, so over here there is the tramp connected to the main power source, and also the camera is connected to the main power source. This camera can take up to 40 volts, which is pretty impressive. And the tramp, I'm not sure how much it can take, but I really want to check that out. It can take something between 2S to 4S LiPo, which is very great volts. And for my own safety, I'm going to put this Foxeer lollipop which are very, very sweet. Yes, it do fit in there. Alright, so there it is. Okay guys, so there is so many things I didn't show you on camera, which is I forgot to add. Let's get focus in this motor. There it is. So I didn't show you I added this soft mount just because I forgot to do it at first. I mean, I don't do these soft mounting motors usually, so I just forgot about it. And I also added soft mounting to the fly controller. See that? Yes, you can see that in focus. And that's it. Also, I added the others standoffs. And yeah, before I stopped recording last time, I told you I'm going to mount the I'm not in focus. There it is. I told you I'm going to mount the tramp on the top plate, so I'm not really I don't really mount it on the top plate, which it's going to be just like that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It will be on the bottom plate and the antenna is going to be on the top plate, just like so. So I'm going to connect the tramp to the wires and also connect the camera to the wires and everything. Let's put a couple screws just to hold that in place. Screw down there isn't that tight. This one either. There we go. There it is. There is the battery pad. Let's take this off. Is the best. Like, I really like this part. Let's take this tape off. No, before I taking any tape off, let's decide which. Yes, it should be like that. And there we go. There is the battery pad sitting there nicely. I take this nylon off when I go to fly. And for the last and foremost, I'm going to add these landing pads over the arms. Each one will be close to each motor. I know the orange color isn't that great, like, yeah, but soon when I get the black ones, I'm going to replace these, and it's pretty much done. There we go. And before I connecting anything, I'm again doing this test. Let's see if I'm getting the beep. I don't know. There we go. Okay, so there is everything good. Let's connect this quad, the moment of truth. Right, so I almost forgot. I forgot to put here the receiver. I'm so dumb, but I'll do that later. And yes, so let's add this foam for the camera. It's going to sit over here. No, it isn't sitting how I want. There we go. Yeah, so there it is. It's pretty much done. It's not like I almost forgot. I forgot to add the receiver inside there, so I do that much later. Hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, this is pretty much it. If you're wondering which prop I'm going to use, it's going to be the HQ props. This is the 5x4x3 V1S prop. It's pretty much the best props for freestyle, and as long all of this setup is meant to be a freestyle setup. And yeah, let me bring over the weight and we will see how much this thing weighs, including props. Okay, so let's weigh the drone. There it is, right over here. I add 3 Velcro strap. One is for the GoPro session and 2 is for the battery. And I'm going to weight it. I'm betting it will be very heavy quad. It's going to be something like I think 350 or something close to 350. I hope so. So let's weigh the quad. Oh my god, it's 380 almost 380, which is very heavy, but it's a freestyle quad, and yeah, as soon as it will do the work, it works fine for me. Anyways, so I hope you enjoy this video, and if you like this video, you can click over here to subscribe to my channel and right here to watch my last video. Check out the link down below for all the parts and everything I used in this build, and if you want to check it out, I really glad if you support the people who support me to build this quad. So I see you next time. Bye.